somewhere around $1,000. So that's what we're shooting for today. We're shooting for double wins, $2,800, and I feel like it can happen. We've done that before. We've done back-to-back wins on the stream. And what are we looking at? It's episode 29.
We're kind of behind.
Episode 29.
For your goal, what was your goal this year? It's like 200 episodes?
Yeah, we're looking at we're on track to get like 130.
Oh, well, you better step it up your game.
Better step it up.
That's right.
And what day is it today? The 24th? Thursday the 24th. Let me go ahead and change the name. Yeah, season 2, episode 29, guys. It's great to have you here for another episode. No Tills here says, yeah, she seems normal. We have to do a liver panel, I guess. There can still be things going on for just 72 hours, but she's healthy now. And no problems eating and running around and using the bathroom. Man, what are you going to do if this liver test comes out bad? No Tills here. Do you have like a number in mind? I always wonder about that, like with June. I love June. But at some point, I think they would probably just have to throw in the towel on the 8-year-old dog.
Says Dutch.
Says Dutch. June's
but...
looking at me right now, too. She is not happy with what she just heard.
Yeah.
She's looking at me like, you're saying that you wouldn't spend $50,000, $150,000, any price to keep me alive?
Any price.
No.
She's part of the family.
She is part of the family.
She's the glue that keeps us together.
Pretty much. It's the glue. June's the glue. So, yeah, what are we looking at? It just started for us, guys. We got in a little late, 79 out of 111. We started with 12,500 chips. We played 2 hands. Didn't win either one of them, so that's where we're looking at here. And then in $30, the rebuy period hasn't even stopped yet. It hasn't even ended yet. So we're looking at just shy of starting stack. Haven't really played a single hand, except these kind of hands where we're in the big blind and Fessler decides to open limp. I have a little note on this guy, and I can tell you, it basically just says this guy is all over the place with his VPIP. He loves any 2 cards. He loves to see the flop, and a lot of players play poker just like that. A lot of players play poker as if it's a slot machine.
As if it's entertainment.
As if pulling the little lever on a slot machine is kind of like seeing the flop, or it's kind of like a video poker machine where you get your 2 cards and then you have to put in a little bit more money and see the flop. It's kind of like, okay, I'll hold these 2 cards and we'll see what we draw.
I think it's awesome, though, that way to play. That's the kind of players you want to play against.
It is.
So
it is that.
You don't want to play with a player that actually plays,
We have that going on. What up, dog? Making a min raise from the small blind, and that tells me he's got nothing. He's got nothing. So let's just go ahead and raise it with a 9-2, and he folded. So,
what up, dog?
We got 30 viewers resubscribing while we were away. We were away for a few days. We took a couple days off this last weekend. Poker was an uphill battle on Friday and Thursday, and I felt like, you know what? Just needed a little bit of time to refresh. This is why we're on track for 130 episodes this year.
Hey, you know what? So, okay, whatever you do, it'll be good. I gotta get my turbo back up. I got an advertisement now. Dang it. Mike Dutch, is your mic on?
Yeah.
It says Mike Dutch.
Jen Joy says Mike Dutch.
Oh, really?
You know, your mic might not be.
Aww.
Yeah, let me go ahead and add this up. It was either mine or yours.
The sound problem.
Yeah. Okay, so I didn't add the other Yeti.
Mic, guys.
That's what happened.
Don't worry, I didn't say anything. Fabulous. You didn't miss much. Can't hear Dutch, it says. So they didn't.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, I unplugged my mic for a few days because I was playing Ark with my niece, and I was talking to her on chat, on the Steam chat, and we had to coordinate our killing of dinosaurs.
Yeah, what have you been doing?
We've been killing dinosaurs.
Playing Ark.
And chopping wood. That's all we do in these survival games, I realize, is just chop wood.
And she got into this other game called Stardew Valley.
Which is very great.
Yeah, basically like Farmville.
Well, yeah, if you like Farmville, then you'll love this game for real. But it's a little better than Farmville. It's a lot better, actually. There's actually a storyline. I haven't really made it to over the 2-year mark, so I'm still kind of figuring out the game. But it's really fun, super fun. I find out new things all the time. There's little hidden gems. The guy who made the game made it all himself. I believe he developed the music himself too. He did everything himself. It's great. I think his Concerned Ape is the tag that he goes by. He did an AMA and Ask Me Anything on Reddit as well, which is really cool and informative. Wow, looks like that dude just...
Yeah, so what happened here? Fessler 3-outed a guy with Ace King. I was in there with Ace Jack against Fessler's Ace 10 and the other guy's Ace King. Fessler ends up 3-outing him on the river, shoving all in. Didn't get paid off for when he hit, but he got it all in pre-flop with me and the other dude for 2,400, 20 big blinds, which was a little bit heavy on my end, but guy open limped and I had Ace Jack suited. I decided to go ahead and raise, and then the open limper decided to shove, and I was like, this sucks. This sucks. Maybe I fold, or maybe he's just a short stack looking to gamble it up a little bit before the rebuy period starts. So we went ahead and made the call, and that's why we're down to 5,000. Fessler ended up tripling up to something like 12,000, and then doubling up that dude with aces versus jacks. Kind of funny. I don't really think that Fessler played that, jacks versus aces that wrong. What do we do with pocket nines here, guys? Are we going to say we're still ahead against 4 opponents? I think so. Look at that. Sly Poker Girl firing in 120 into 2,400. And what does it say to me? Well, it says that, yeah, we're ahead. It says that we're probably looking at a flush draw, which probably puts Sly Poker Girl at least 9 outs, probably 12 outs, and now we're probably behind. Make the fold. Maybe not. Maybe pocket nines was ahead there. I don't even want to look. Sly Poker Girl firing out 120. Ace 4. Fessler making the raise with 8-4. Okay.
Hey, sleeping guy.
So, how should we have played that? I guess we should have raised Sly Poker Girl on the flop. I guess we should have taken that as not a flush draw. Not a flush draw, a gut shot straight draw with an overcard. That's a tough one. Sly Poker Girl buying the cheap card with that blocker bet. Pretty cagey. She tricked me. Sniping75 says, any truth to the insider trading charges the PokerStars head honcho? Sniping75, I'm not really in a position to know any more about it than you are. But that is kind of the news of the week, right? We had the news of the week being PokerStars announced some rake increases. And then their CEO, David Bezov, got charged with insider trading. Will anything come of it? Probably not. Probably not. What a beautiful, beautiful flop for Ace 3. Not only do we flop the 2 pair, we also have the runner flush draw. Let's go ahead and hope that one of these guys had limped in with an ace themselves, and we'll fire out so we can make a little check raise. Team Pitbull 24/7. Wow, Team Pitbull 24/7. I feel like that's a resub, but here it is saying just subscribed.
He wasn't.
Thanks for clicking on that sub button. And Michelle, are you sending out some welcome emails today? Some crew emails today?
Yeah, I could do that, of course. Of course.
So check your email, Team Pitbull, because what you're gonna get. Couple of these fist bump patches and a digital version of Poker Tilt. I feel like Team Pitbull has subbed before, but you know what? We're gonna send out
he's definitely been here for a while.
Yeah, definitely been here for a long.
We're really grateful for
regular.
Your resub, your sub, and your support.
Yeah, thanks for being here, Team Pitbull, and thanks for clicking on that sub button, getting us started, guys. Can we get some fist bump love for Team Pitbull? And let's go ahead and fire out a little half pot size bet here. The 6 of hearts kind of helps us represent busted flush draw. Dat dude does not fall for it. Scoobs McGee asking, have you checked out Tom Clancy's The Division yet? Saw some trailers and some streams. I haven't played it. I haven't even played the Fallout 4 yet.
I was thinking that today,
I think that's probably going to be like the next big blockbuster title that is in my queue.
We have a lot. That's the problem of having a PC, I suppose, is buying games that are just in your library, sitting there.
So, yeah, we got Frau Grace, super busy lately, but dropping in now for a hello and good luck. Frau, thank you very much for being here. Frau Grace. And we got Nikki 2 Cards, one of our fearless mods, subbing 12 months in a row. Nikki 2 Cards, man. Happy anniversary. A year. I can't believe it's been that long.
What'd you get us?
Nikki's great. Nikki, thanks so much, man. Really appreciate you sticking with us another month, being here, and being such a positive part of the Twitch community. It's not even just in our stream. Nikki is on a lot of other streams. He's streamed himself. You guys might remember the talking shark, the talking poker playing, weed smoking shark, and it was awesome. And I miss it. And Nikki 2 Cards, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much, man. Really appreciate you being here. We got Sleeping Guy 1 who just got 2 outed. 2 outed of a 25K guaranteed last week. I had 2 pair ace 10, board is 10, 8, 5 ace on the turn, and shoved against a fish. He calls down any pair and re-raises, and he called with 4s. That's pretty brutal, man. So let's go with 720 here. That's pretty brutal. Calls you on the turn with pocket 4s. Doesn't have any real outs. Has a 2-outer. Gets there. And that feels crappy. That feels bad. I'm sorry to hear it, man. 25K guarantee. That's a big tournament. So, yeah, this is what we did. Cactus Cooler decided to open limp. Aang Sim and Dat Dude also open limped, and we decided to raise it. Make that little squeeze play from the button with ace queen off. Completely whiffed it, and this is a pretty easy fold for us. I guess we're rooting for Fessler with the old king 8, and he gets there.
Wow.
Nice hand there, Mr. Fessler. Chips are going the right way. Little interesting big blind hand here with a double gut shot straight draw. 8 outs twice. That puts us at about a third to win this hand. Assuming there's no king 9s or king jacks out there. Donkey Show firing out 240 into 1160. Not going to get out of us. Jay Ruffer says, I have a situation. I need your honest opinion. Jay Ruffer, I feel like I can give you that. Shoot. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion, even if I think it's going to hurt your feelings. I'm giving you my honest opinion. Let's go ahead and make the call here with 9-6. Can we call here? Yeah, we can call here. 10 of diamonds, yeah, that doesn't help us out at all. Now we are, now we're looking pretty thin against Jack 10. Make the fold. We got Flip a at our table. Flip a at our table. He's streaming right now on Twitch. Paul Bish 901 just subscribed to the stream. Paul, thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate your support. And welcome to the crew, man. We're going to go ahead and send over that welcome email. A couple of fist bump patches. And a digital download of Poker Tilt coming your way. Bony Fish, 12 months in a row.
Oh, another year.
Let's go and give him some fist bumps and some crew emotes, you guys. Bony Fish, thank you very much.
It's been a year.
Since the beginning.
And we still are having. And we still have mic issues.
And we still have mic issues.
That's our trademark.
That's
our
right.
trademark. No one's allowed to have mic issues. Only Dutches.
It's that technical tilt is our trademark.
Technical tilt.
And then we have a new subscriber as well, Cripple Dan.
Oh, another one. Awesome.
Cripple Daxon.
I'm sending Paul
Cripple Dax in. Just subscribed to the stream. And Crippled Action. Crippled Action. That's what it is. That's how we're saying that.
I have to look at the name.
Crippled Action.
Oh.
Crippled Action. Hey, man.
An H1N1 player.
That took me a little while to decipher. Need to get a little bit more coffee, but hey, thank you very much for supporting the stream, man. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate you. You're awesome. Thank you very much for keeping this thing going. And Michelle's going to send you over a little welcome email with a Google Forms. We're going to have to get caught up on that Google Forms after the weekend. Got a little bit of a backlog on that, but we've got some fist bump patches coming your way. The book coming your way, and you get to use the emoticons. I hope you like the emoticons. Bonyfish asking, what is TwitchCon 2016? So TwitchCon started last year, Bonyfish, and basically it's just a big convention for Twitch. Twitch streamers and Twitch viewers get together, hang out. I think it's in San Francisco.
We should go this year.
I think I am going to go this year. I think we are going to go this year. We didn't go last year. I think we're going to go this year.
Oh, Gene wants to go too, apparently.
Okay, here's the honest opinion coming at you, Jay Ruffer. Jay Ruffer says, I was in a live tourney here in Tunica. First mistake, Jay Ruffer. You can never go to Tunica. I was chip leader with 7 tables. The blinds were 100, 200, 25 ante. And I have about 130,000. Wow, that's a big stack. 130,000 at the 100, 200, ante 25 level. I mean, how did you even get up to that level? How did that happen? You must have busted a whole table. I mean, wow. So you have an overwhelming chip lead over the next guy who has 40,000 at your table, who also has 200 big blinds in front of him. They broke a table. The next biggest chip leader lands on our table. I was in a hand with him and the guy with 40K and knocked them out. I now have a huge chip lead. So large that here is what I did, and my question is, did I do something wrong? Jay Ruffer says, I basically went all in 25 times in a row, knocking out 14 people, doubled up one.
14 times. Wow.
And people started complaining.
I think that's what you're supposed to do.
Oh my gosh. No. That's not what you're supposed to do. Did you do something wrong? Yes. I'm going to have to say yes.
14 times in a row does sound like...
25 times in a row.
25?
He went all in 25 times in a row. There's going to be some times when this is going to work for you. When you can go all in 25 times in a row and it's not going to be a mistake.
But I want to know, did they get up? What happened?
He knocked out 14 people is what happened.
So wait, did he
He-
get in trouble? Did he get penalized?
You can't get penalized for going all in.
Exactly.
No, you're not. You didn't do anything like against the rules.
Ethically?
No, there's nothing ethically wrong with how he played his tournament. It's his chips. He can do whatever he wants. Okay.
You heard it here.
Well, this is looking pretty good. Let's
Here,
go
your
for the
chips,
check
Lover.
raise here, and what a great situation to be in against Fessler and Ing Sim.
So I didn't get the end of the story there. Did he win?
Up against a set, up against King 10. Can we dodge? We do, and we're up to 21,200. Okay, so here's the deal, Jay Ruffer. There's going to be some times when going all in 25 times in a row is not a mistake. Those mistakes are going those times are going to be when the ICM pressure is just huge. Let's say that you're at the final table with 60% of the chips in play, and the effective stacks, are such that everyone else has less than 10 big blinds. Then going all in is appropriate there over and over and over, and you just kind of want to take advantage of that situation as long as possible. If you're not close to the money, you really should when you have that kind of dominating chip stack, you really need to play as if you have the next stack at your table. But if you're really close to the money and you're really close, if you're at the final table and that ICM pressure really starts building, then at that point, going all in, especially if the effective stacks aren't that much bigger than 12, 15 big blinds at the table, then shoving over and over and over isn't a bad play. Otherwise, it is. So it's going to depend on. It's going to depend on. Interesting. What do we do here? What Up Dog made the raise? I think that we are still ahead with our ace jack of diamonds. What do you guys think? I think we're still ahead. So, yeah. I guess I would need a little bit more information. They even called the floor on you. That is just that only in Tunica, man. Only in Tunica. That's pretty awesome. So What Up Dog continuing his drive. I guess the question is, are we up against Ace King or Ace Queen, or are we up against what? What could What Up Dog have here that we're beating? A bluff, basically. That's what we're hoping that he's got. Something like a King Queen. This is a tough call, really. I'm going to go ahead and keep on making the call, though. The 10 comes. Well, if he's got an Ace King or an Ace Queen, that'll probably freeze his action. Fires out. I'll make the call. Yeah. And he had the double gut shot straight, the Queen Jack. So that's good. That was good. Making the fold. And just like that, we're doing really well in both of these tournaments. What Up Dog went for a triple barrel bluff. That's pretty awesome that the whole table got so upset with you that they called the floor. He's not betting the right way. He's pushing too many chips in. This isn't fair. We don't like how he's playing. Can you just call the floor? Oh my gosh, what a bunch of losers. Jay Ruffer, that's a great story. That's a great story. Only in Tunica, man. Wow. So, Louis Helm is in the stream. It's great to see it. He said put them in the ICM Vice. Nice work. Great move. Those are the magic words. ICM right there. If they are in a situation where you're so close to the money that these guys really shouldn't be risking going out, or if you're in the money and the pay jumps are such that they really just need to put their head down and hope that someone else makes a mistake of busting. That rarely happens. But I'll tell you, I did see one situation where it happened, and where someone was in your spot making those all-in shoves for about 30 hands in a row, and it was perfect and correct. And that was when Brandon Cantu took down the Shooting Stars event, the WPT Shooting Stars back, I believe it was 2008. It was right before Michelle and I met. And they were on the money bubble, or no, they weren't on the money bubble. They were on the final table bubble. So the way the WPT works is the final 6 go to the television table. Cantu had such an overwhelming chip lead. He had more than 50% of the chips in play, and they were at the stage where there was, it was 4-4. So he had 3 other people at his table. It was Jennifer Harmon, Steve Sung, and or maybe it was Nam Lee. It might have been Nam Lee. One other player at his table, and it's him with 50% of the chips in play. These these other 3 players with maybe 15, 20 big blinds effective. And he went all in 30 times in a row and didn't get called. Was he making a mistake? No. I mean, these guys, the other players were basically handcuffed. They could double through him, and he's still going to be doing the same thing, and it's not really going to change their equity equation that much. They pretty much just had to just wait for the final table bubble to burst, and they were all kind of playing for second, and he went and cruised to the victory. We got Sleeping Guy 1. Sleeping Guy 1, 4 months in a row, sticking with us. Thank you very much, Sleeping Guy 1. Guys, can we get some fist bumps and some crew emotes for Sleeping Guy 1?
Oh, and Iceman Kiwi, 11 months in a row.
Iceman Kiwi, man, you're the best. You're the best, Kiwi. Thank you very much, man. Representing New Zealand. It's great to have you here in the stream. Thank you very much for sticking with us another month and keeping the stream and the channel going, man. I really appreciate that. Gamer Grill's chilling out with us. Great to see you, Gamer Grill. GG, you donkey. Great to see you. You got any shout-outs?
Everybody, hello.
And Crippled Action saying, feel free to add me on Twitter, at Crippled Action. You got it, buddy. I will add you on Twitter. Do that right now.
So when is the TwitchCon? Did you?
I want to say September. I want to say September. It might be October. The dates are on Twitch. Every time you log in, they've been talking about Twitch. But I think I'm going to go this year. I think that I'm going to take Michelle. We're going to take June.
We are going to go. We should.
And
we need to go to PAX, guys. PAX.
PAX is pretty cool.
PAX. We should do like a PAX meetup, man.
Okay, you have been followed at Crippled Action.
And a Twitch meetup. Like, if people... can
Poker
anyone
Ambassador
go to
for Team Ivy. That's pretty cool, man.
Do you know if anyone can go to the thingamabob?
Can anyone go to what?
The Twitch. Can anyone go?
Yeah, anyone can go. I mean, you got to buy tickets. We have to buy tickets. Randiferous just shot me a line a little while ago saying he read the book. He read Poker Tilt, can't put it down, and so far it's funny as hell. And asking how did just off the bus Russ not stick with you longer? Randiferous, man, thank you very much for giving it a read. And I hope that you enjoy it. I feel like it finished stronger than it started. I feel like it took me a year to write this thing, and I feel like I've developed as a writer as it was going along. I owe a big debt of gratitude to Michelle too for editing, making it a much tighter 270 pages. About 40 pages ended up on the cutting room floor, and the book is stronger for it. Okay, so Ace Jack suited. We got Dirty Biscuit making that min raise. And you know what, Dirty Biscuit, we're going to go for a 3 bet here. We'll make it 1,500. 2.5x coming at you. GG Donk TV. Haven't heard of it. Making the fold with Queen Deuce. Ace Jack gets there with a 3 bet. So, yeah, Jay Ruffer, 5% of the dealers is a very generous tip. Usually you're looking at about 2 to 3%. And they must have loved you. They must have loved you in Tunica. He did end up winning, but he made a deal.
See?
This is what I would suggest to you. Jay, put yourself in their situation. How do you play against somebody who is going all in every single hand with so many chips that he doesn't care if he doubles you up and doubles you up again and doubles you up again? See, that just doesn't happen, because I'll tell you what, you double up and double up again and double up again, you're almost always going to be putting a pretty big hurt in the chip lead. Pretty big hurt. So you pretty much just imagine that the two biggest stacks of your table are even. And imagine that the guy is shoving for 30 big blinds a hand. It's going to usually be a mistake. It's going to be very rare situations where they're not making, where the ICM considerations are such that shoving all in every single hand with a big stack is going to be the correct move. Those do happen. We talked about when they happen. But it sounds like you probably were shoving a little bit too early, and it was probably a mistake that people could have made, could have taken advantage of. So what do? Well, you basically wait until you have a pocket pair over sevens, or any like king queen, king jack, any probably ace 8 and above. And you got to put it in there. And if you're one of the 14 people that get knocked out, getting it all in as a 60-something% favorite, well, it's much better than going the other way and just folding your way out of a tournament. So that's pretty much what you have to do. As soon as you notice someone playing that way, and the quicker the better. The sooner the better, because the more blinds they're able to capture and steal, the more they're able to subsidize this negative EV shove mode that they've turned on. At some point, if no one starts sticking up for them, for the table, they're going to bully the table all the way down to the felt. So that's how you defend against that. Is you just have to be willing to say, okay, here we go. Okay, great. Pocket 8s versus your king 3. I hope I hold up. Oh great. Pocket 8s versus your queen 9. I guess it's a flip. How you running these days, Jay Ruffer? That's basically how you have to defend against someone playing that style. I think to answer the question though, honestly, did you do something wrong? Well, not ethically. You didn't do anything ethically wrong. It does sound like you were probably shoving all in a little bit too early. A little bit too early. That's my take on it. What do you think, Examol?
I think it's very entertaining, and I wish I was there to watch. I think people like the all-in, right? People, every year, whenever anyone's all-in, everybody stands up, and they get all excited, and they like to see the action. So there was a lot of action on his table that day. So, he won, right? So it would have been, if I was a player playing in that, it would have been frustrating. But at the same time, you're hoping to get good cards because you know he's going to go all in. So if you get the good cards and you know he's going to go all in,
So GG Donk TV talked about the Gripst. Have you been looking at that?
Which one?
The Gripst controversy.
I didn't know there was a controversy.
I didn't either. So this is what happened. Jamie Staples made a post about people using view bots here on Twitch. And he made a claim that Gripst is one of the biggest violators. He had graphs showing his viewers. Did I say viewers? Viewers. Viewers is kind of funny.
I know.
Viewers of Twitch.
It's all the usernames. We read words wrong now.
And so he made a claim that Gripst is a big view botter.
Oh.
He had graphs showing his viewers staying the same and increasing over time.
He had a blog. I guess I should have known. Does he have a blog? Well, I follow him on Facebook, and I follow him on...
I don't think Jamie Staples has a blog. He probably made a post on, one of the forums. That's probably what I'm guessing.
He should have his own blog.
GG Donk TV did Grips come out and respond to the ViewBot allegations? It seems to me like, well, does viewbotting give you an edge or an advantage on Twitch? Yeah, it's got to, right? It's got to. Twitch is like one of these weird things where it's like the rich get richer. You know, like when you're going onto the poker channel and, you know, on the poker like game channel, and you're sorting almost always by viewers. So every once in a while you'll see somebody who has like 300 followers and like 700 viewers, and you're like, what is going on here? They must have gotten a host, or they must be, you know, really deep into a big event or something, or they must be gaming the system. I think that when it comes down to it, Twitch probably doesn't care that much. They probably don't care, as long as their advertisers aren't being defrauded. You know, I don't.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, do the view bots work to accumulate views for the ads? I mean, that is.
I can't imagine that the ads are that people are view botting.
I have no idea
for ad revenue. I think that they're view botting as kind of bait, as kind of social proof, so that they rank up higher on the thing. And I don't know. Grips has always seemed like a straight shooter to me.
Can you put the payouts above my brain?
Yeah, we can do that. Payouts above your brain, we can do that.
That's for you paying for my shoes.
You got it. I met You Pay for My Shoes' boyfriend at the Planet Hollywood, by the way. He seemed pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool.
We played at the same table for a minute. And then I got busted out. The guy knit rolled me with pocket kings.
Oh, knit rolled. So.
Yeah, knit rolled. I mean, it was so lame. He was in the big blind. I shoved for like 9 big blinds with ace jack, and he like everyone folds to him. He's in the big blind, and he's like pulls like how much is it? How much is it? I need a count, please.
Move your hand. Let me see your face.
Okay, I call. And then he looks at me and he like waits for me to show his, you know, my hand. Okay, good. You just have ace jack. I've got pocket kings. I know he didn't mean to do it. He didn't mean to like. Yeah, he doesn't know it. That's the difference.
He's not a Jay Ruffer.
He's not a Jay Ruffer. Yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know that it was bad form. You know.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So back to the story. Do you think they're getting revenue? If they're getting revenue from it, then I think they should.
Well, basically, the idea is you view bot so that you rank higher, so that you get more people coming in. I
understand the concept.
And that seems like it's unfair to the people that you are shooting ahead of artificially.
I think it is.
I think it's unfair too. I think it's one of those things that Twitch should do something about. They should probably start banning accounts so that are view botting.
He does view bot. I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay attention.
I wouldn't think that he would. You know, I wouldn't think that he would need to. I feel like, you know, he's a popular streamer. He gets deep in big tournaments. I wouldn't expect that he is view botting, and I think that Jamie Staples making that allegation without some pretty solid proof is pretty bad form as well. I think that it's just needless Twitch drama. I don't think that Grips is botting, but if Grips comes back and says, "Yeah, I was view botting," I think that's a serious thing.
He said what?
Jamie Staples accused Grips of view botting.
No, I don't think it is. I think that needs to be. I don't think it's useless because I think it is unfair. If
I do too. That's what I said.
I'm not saying that he's doing it.
That's what I said too. I said that it's unfair for the other streamers who are not.
Yeah, and I think that it should be something that should be pointed out. And Jamie
but
is the type of person that could bring it out, like. A person with only 2 views couldn't.
Then it just kind of looks like sour grapes.
Yeah. So I mean,
but
yes, I think
it's a pretty serious allegation, and you need to have a little bit better proof than just a couple of graphs that show, well, he had a lot of viewers when other people didn't.
Well, I'm neutral, so.
I think you know what?
I hope that.
It seems to me like you can find this out pretty easily by comparing the actual chat activity with the viewer activity. If there's a lot of people watching that aren't chatting, way more than normal, like in other streams, and then that ratio between chat activity and viewers starts kind of evening out after they've kind of established themselves, and it'd be like, view botters. The other problem though is what is. By the way, we got Gamer Grill just subscribing.
Oh, cool! Awesome.
Welcome to this. Welcome to the crew. Gamer
that's
Grill has been here
awesome.
for a while and has been pretty active in chat. It's great to have you here, and it's definitely great to see you click on that sub button. Gamer Grill, thank you so much. You know the deal. You're getting one of these Poker Tilt ebooks. You're getting a few of these, a couple of these fist bump patches. Thank you so much, and I hope that you enjoy the emoticons as well. Gamer Grill, you're awesome. Really appreciate you being here. One of these. One of these poker converts. She came from a non-poker background and stuck around. Really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Gamer Girl. So WFKS Grips did a 25-minute YouTube, never mentioned ViewBot specifically, but said he has never lied, stole, or cheated, and has worked hard to get what he has, etc. WFKS, here's the deal. If he was ViewBotting, then that's cheating. Viewbotting is cheating.
It is cheating.
Period.
But he said he didn't mention it.
And I want to see a denial from Gripst. I feel like Gripst owes the community a denial. If he didn't do it, he needs to say, I didn't ViewBot. And if he did ViewBot, he needs to apologize and stop doing it. I don't really know what he should do if he was ViewBotting. Like, what should he do? If he was like, oh, sorry guys, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
It's such a hard issue, and it was a really horrible thing to put himself into. I think it's bad for the brand, period. So, I mean, it's like buying Twitter followers.
It's kind of like buying Twitter followers. It's kind of like buying Twitter followers. But it's worse.
But if you compare it to Twitter followers,
it's worse than buying Twitter followers.
Like Justin Bieber has like the most bought.
Because when people go and look for other people to follow, they're not sorting everybody by Twitter followers. That's not what they're doing.
No, I understand that, and
that is what they're doing in Twitch.
I mean, they're not also making money from Twitter as well. Like.
That's right.
So that's different too.
So yes, viewbotting on Twitch is a big no-no. It is cheating. It is gaming the system. If he did it, then it's a serious offense, and he should, I guess, apologize and man up. If he didn't, then he should deny.
Did you put the payouts up yet?
No. Nope. I didn't. Let me do it right now.
Yeah.
Which ones do you guys want to see? You want to see the 30 or the 2K? By the way, we got Imaginator, 6 months in a row. Imaginator, Mr. Orr.
You know what it reminds me?
Thank you very much, man.
Me of, when my face, oh my God, what's MySpace? I almost called it MyFace. What MySpace, like everyone just started like getting auto friends, and I think that was the problem with. That's why I don't know. Do people still use that site, MySpace?
They have to. I don't think it's anywhere close to what it was, but I'm sure that people use it.
So according to our subs here, it says that Twitch doesn't care about viewbotting. One of the more popular streamers on StarCraft 2 got caught red-handed, and they basically did nothing.
Yeah, I think that's bullshit, and Twitch needs to do more to combat it. The problem is this: they can't just ban somebody for viewbotting, because then that would be a pretty easy way to shut down another stream, right? Someone gets a little upset with somebody, Gripst beats them out of a pot or something. He's like, "I'll show Gripst. Watch this viewbot," and then Twitch is like, "Oh, Gripst is viewbotting." Like you can't just auto, ban somebody, and it's got to be up against the terms of service somewhere. I'm sure that there is some sort of terms of service on Twitch that says you can't viewbot. It is wrong. It is cheating. It is gaming the system. And most likely, if it happened, then the streamer themselves is the one making it happen. But I'm not so sure that the proper response should be that Twitch shuts down their stream. I don't know what the proper response should be, because it does seem like it's cheating to me. And I hope that Gripst didn't do it, because I like Gripst.
Well,
I think I like his stream.
The best thing I think would be communicating with the people that watch Twitch, and then.
And Bonyfish, yeah, Gripst's real name is Evan Jarvis. He was a contributor to the new Jonathan Little book. He contributed a chapter to that, and he's a good player. and he's a very personable guy, and I like him. I hope that it turns out that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
I hope
Because
that it just.
I know he gets a lot of views from like selling pieces of himself, right?
Yeah.
Does he give out pieces?
He gives out pieces. He does a lot of giveaways. He works really hard
So
to
I
get
feel
his viewer
like-
count up.
Yeah, I
Did
feel
he
like
buy viewers? Did he buy view bots? I hope not. I hope not.
She's been subscribed. Gamer Girl has subscribed before.
Oh,
But it's been a while.
Gamer Girl, I'm sorry.
See, that's what I thought, but I let you do your spiel.
So I can understand coming into Twitch as as somewhat newer of a stream and feeling like you are really up against a wall. You're up against a huge disadvantage, especially when you've got guys who are getting huge amounts of traffic thrown on them by sites like PokerStars, for example. You look at Staples' stream and you look at Carver's stream and you think, how am I supposed to compete with these guys? Well, you're not. Twitch isn't a competition. It's not a competition to see who can get the most viewers. Like this is not, oh look, Jay Carver won. That's not what Twitch is all about. You're competing with yourself, and I think that. But it is cheating and gaming the system, view botting, and I think that it is wrong, and I really hope that it comes out that Evan Jarvis wasn't, that Grips didn't view bot. If he did, I feel like he owes everyone an apology, including me. He owes me an apology. If he view botted, he owes me an apology, because every once in a while I'd see that he had us crushed for viewers, and I'd get a little disheartened, and I'd be like, oh well, it makes sense because look, he's making it deep in a tournament that I'm not playing, that I can't play being in Vegas, and I'd get a little discouraged. And so I feel like if he was view botting, he owes me an apology too. Guys, we're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere. We are gonna take over the poker world. And we are back, you guys. We're back.
And we have a new sub.
Shag carpets.
Carpet.
Shag carpets.
That's kind of carpet.
Well, welcome to the crew. Thank you so much for clicking on that sub button and keeping the Twitch stream alive. Keeping the Twitch stream dream
really
alive.
Appreciate you.
It's really
sub.
Appreciate that.
It's pretty awesome.
So, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get an ebook version of Poker Tilt. You're gonna get a couple of fist bump patches, and you're gonna get to use our emoticons and other streams. I hope that also that if You also get like a 3-time World Series of Poker bracelet winner in your corner for life. If you have any questions or thoughts or ideas or want to bounce, a poker thought or a hand history or something against somebody, I'm here for you. You can always contact me, Dutch@DutchBoyd.com, and that goes for every sub out there, and it goes for every non-sub too. You guys can always email me. Let's go ahead and make the fold here with King High. Seattle Pro talking about Poker Zero and Hog Wild. It's true. Hog Wild is gone. Hog Wild shut down. As a result, almost all the action on Poker Zero is also down. We are keeping the site up, and we're going to have we're going to use it for another Twitch Poker League coming up in April. Yeah, probably around the middle of April, and I'll announce more as we get a little closer to that. But yeah, that's. What do you guys think of this? Let's go ahead and go for a squeeze play here. I think that we're going to get called from Laugh Diva. Maybe we can lose Sir QR Ref, though. And if we can lose Sir QR, then we can go ahead and follow up with a C-bet. It helps when we actually hit the flop, kind of, right? We did kind of hit it. So let's fire out a half-pot size bet. And if Laugh Diva shoves, I think that we're going to have to go with it. Laugh Diva doesn't shove. Instead, Laugh Diva makes the call. I have no idea what to do now against Laugh Diva. Hope that our pair of fives is good, I guess.
Oh, they moved you. Shoot. In Dutch, I have Unanonymous says, hello, Dutch.
What's up, Unanonymous?
Started.
Look at that. We got You Pay For My Shoes just subscribing.
Oh, nice.
You Pay For My Shoes subscribing to the stream. Welcome to the crew. It's great to have you here. Thanks for supporting the stream. You Pay For My Shoes also has been streaming on Twitch. And definitely appreciate the support. And I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, You Pay For My Shoes.
You Pay For My Shoes lives here in Vegas?
I think that she's from LA, but she comes through Vegas every once in a while, and when she does, she streams the WSOP. She was streaming the WSOP.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for being here. Also, I wish you the best of luck on Twitch. I'll have to throw you a host one of these nights. It's definitely cool to have a streamer support a stream, so thank you very much for being here. We're getting down to it. 20 big blinds in this 2K guaranteed. We'll see how it goes. What do we do with 20 big blinds and suited connectors? I don't know. I think usually I'd be making the raise here. I think that we don't really have enough to raise. What did we just have? We had Flatty, 11 months in a row. Flatty, it's great to have you here, man. Really appreciate you being here. Always fun to have Flatty around. Flatty also is the man who really got us started with the first Twitch Poker League back in November, was it? Or was it October?
Oh, it's been a while now.
Yeah, it's been a little while. Crippled Action asking how we did in the Win tournament. 55th. Which was no good. It paid 50, so might as well have gotten knocked out on day one. It was a tough day two. It was a tough day two. Made it through the dinner break, and then it sucked. What happened? We with about 16, 15 big blinds left. 5 left to the money, but still not really thinking that we can just fold our way there. A guy raised in middle position, and I looked down with jacks. Kind of put him on about where he was at. He had king queen. So I made the shove, 3-bet shoving, thinking that I'd probably just be able to pick up the blinds and antes in his original open. I didn't really think that he would call, and if he did call, I felt like he was going to be calling with smaller pocket pairs a lot of the time. 10s and 9s and 8s call. I felt like king queen and probably not ace queen. I felt like ace queen, ace king, and smaller pocket pairs call me, and the way that he raised and the way that he was looking at me, I pretty much just discounted the aces and the kings and the queens. So pocket jacks, I felt pretty comfortable were ahead, and I also felt like we were only going to get called if we were way ahead or we were looking at the flip. He called with a flip that I didn't expect him to call with, king queen offsuit, which I think was a really bad call considering how much money I put in. Considering that I'm just not making that shove light at that stage. There's just no way I'm ever making that shove with queen 10 or queen jack or king 10 or king jack. So he's never ahead. He's hoping that he's not that big of a dog. And he was right that he wasn't that big of a dog. But still, it's either like he knows exactly what I have and he's hoping, that his 45%er is going to catch, or he's putting me on a range. I just feel like the range is just dominating him. If he doesn't know, if he doesn't know exactly what I have, if ace king and ace queen and the queens jack, kings and aces are in the equation there, if they're going to be in my range, then he really needs to just make the fold. But he didn't. He made the call, and so I'm like, okay, this is good. I'm coming in with the best hand. Let's hold. By the way, we're going to do this, guys. 15 bigs with the ace-4 suited. Let's do it. Let's hold up. Instead, we get called by this guy who has a billion chips, a billion big blinds. Hopefully he's making the call with like pocket 10s. We can do it. We can do it. Let's hit the ace. And no, the 2K dream is dead. Let's switch over to the 3K. Maybe it's a fold, guys. 15 bigs. What do you think? Maybe the ace rag suited is a fold. I don't know though. We're gonna fade that big blind, small blind, and then we're gonna be down to like 12 bigs. At some point, you're gonna have to go for it. $1 for every time I win all in. Solid and honest feedback. Thank you, bro. Jay Ruffer, thank you for the donation, man. $25. $25 from Jay Ruffer. Really appreciate that donation, and thanks so much for being so awesome. No Tilt here says I missed his resub. I did. I didn't see it, No Tilt here. I apologize for that, and thank you very much for being here in the stream. No Tilt here. Let me see. Did we see that? I missed it. I apologize. I hate it when that happens. No Tilt here. Thanks, guys. Can we get some fist bumps and some crews for No Tilt here?
Right? Yeah, I'm keeping up with chat, guys. The chat's kind of busy today, so if you see us being distracted a little bit, it's because I am enforcing the ban hammer.
Oh, yeah?
And answering questions.
Nice. Thanks for keeping us safe from trolls.
Oh, I'm trying. It was good. It was quiet. Then they creeped out.
And they creep out.
That's right.
That's okay.
Let's see.
And Shag Carpet says, I have like 10 times. Stream keeps freezing. Is this on my end or yours?
You might want to change there's a little nut sprocket there on the stream itself, and you can adjust it for different levels of quality. You can do it for, I guess it's not the sprocket. Where is the little, there's a way to like adjust it so you can make it so it has a lower streaming quality. And it should stop it from freezing. Garbage all the time. Hey, looking forward to see you during the summer.
Yeah, garbage all the time. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Always a pleasure.
And Jay Ruffer is going to write a book.
And how to go all in 25 times in a row.
I think it's a good book.
It'll be the shortest poker book in history. It'll be awesome. It'll be like a 2-paragraph book. Close your eyes. Shove your chips forward.
Yeah, you can have different styles of shoving.
And go to the buffet.
Different styles of shoving, right?
You know, I would have liked it if you just looked at the dealer and said, "Hey, listen, I'm going to go to the buffet. Just put me all in every hand, okay? Just you keep on dealing me in. I'm all in every hand. You got it? I'll be back. I'll be back in an hour."
Aw, Hollywood bosses, why does it look like both of you have lost weight? Because we've been gaming.
Aw, thank you.
Gaming too much and forgetting to eat. We're on the gaming.
Michelle, can you adjust your
right
green curtain there?
Yeah.
It's a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting caught on my chair.
Yeah.
Or no, my dog's under. June's back there. June's behind the curtain. That's why.
She's sleeping on the green screen.
Yeah, she likes the green. She likes going behind the green screen curtain.
I can still see.
It's really sweet. Aw, I can't. Because she's moving.
Okay, then don't worry
It's her
about
house.
it. Don't
It's
worry
your
about it. It looks shoddy, but it's okay.
It's okay. Hey, you know what?
That's
I think
June
no
back
one's
there.
Perfect.
That's June sleeping. We're not going to wake her up. Oh, don't wake her. Okay, making the fold here. I guess Persian duck, I wouldn't say it's an easy fold, but I still think it's a fold. And the idea there is, what are you ever ahead of? And you're just never ahead of anything. And so you're hoping that the guy has a pocket pair. Well, how big of a pocket pair do you think he needs to make that 3-bet shove that close to the money bubble? For me, I think that it'd probably be about 9s. I think that I'd even fold or just call with 8s or 7s. And less than 7s, I'm probably just making the fold. So there's maybe 2 pocket pairs that you are happy to see. 10s and jacks, maybe 9s, maybe 8s. So 4 pocket pairs that you're happy to see. Everything else is crushing you. And the chances of me having ace king or ace queen or a bigger pocket pair are better than the chances of me having a smaller pocket pair. The chances of me having queen 10 or queen jack or king 10 or king jack are non-existent. They're just not in my range. And then maybe there's a chance that I had some bad shrimp on dinner break or something, and I looked down at 8-4 and decided this is the hand. Maybe, but what are the chances of that happening? Probably not too high. So I think that I think that the king queen is a fold there. I wouldn't say that it's an easy fold, because you have to look at your guy and decide whether he has 10s or whether he has ace king. You got to look at him and decide whether he has jacks or ace queen. And you look at the actual results of the hand. You can't really say it's the wrong call. You can't really say it's the wrong call, because he looked at me and he looked right through me. He looked at me and said, wow, he's got pocket jacks, exactly, and I've got king queen, so it's a call. So it's either a good call, or he looked at me and didn't see through me and said, well, he's got a range, and I think that he's got X, 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 X. If you're playing versus my range, then it's a bad call. If you're playing against my specific hand, it's a good call. So it's one of those situations where it's hard to say. It's hard to say. It's either a really, really good call or, kind of a piss poor one. And I don't know. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that I just need to put on the sunglasses when I play. I didn't hate that he called, though. I mean, if I could have controlled his action, I guess I would have controlled him to fold. But when he makes the call and I get to be a nice little favorite against his king queen, maybe even a bigger favorite if there's some dead cards out for him. Oh no. We're going to go into technical tilt here again. Exmo has an echo.
I do. No,
her mic level is 1 compared to my mic level, which is 8.
I had mine moved a little bit 5 minutes ago because I was adjusting June. Maybe that's what it was.
I hope so. Lumpy just shipped the 4 o'clock, $3, $3.50 guaranteed, $175 for first. Lumpy, nice job, man. Nice pool. And Flatty28, I'll take the overs. He says Exmoor is definitely the reason for at least a quarter of the viewers. I'll take the over. I think that Exmoor being here definitely adds at least 40% to the stream. I will say 50. Soundhound says Dutch is at least twice as loud as Michelle.
Yeah, you're louder than me. That's good. I'm not really speaking loud, though.
And I'm right next to the mic. I'm like right here.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. They're like, does that sound better? No.
Sounds perfect.
We're going to have to adjust it during the break time. But do you know which mic is which, Dutch? That's the question.
Yes, I do.
June is very upset because I evicted her from her position. She doesn't live there anymore. Is it still messed up?
It's just a pretty big shadow, yeah.
But I don't know.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
I tell you that my screen was perfect. Perfect. And you get me this screen. Is that good? Better? No, it's not my fault. It's just the nature. You need to
I know it's not yours.
shine a light on it.
Okay, let's go ahead and
with my original screen.
let's take a little stab at it, guys. Well, we're gonna get called by Fessler though. Let's make the fold.
And Flatty's asking about the view botting.
Yeah, so Flatty, we actually spent about a half hour talking about it a little bit earlier on the stream. I don't want to really repeat it, but basically view botting is when you buy views and they're automated views. You know, someone sets up some automated viewers, and it's I feel like it's probably against the terms of service on Twitch. I got to think it is. I also feel like it would be one of those things that would be somewhat easy to catch. So not really the best thing to do. And I'm going to give Grips the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't do it. But if he did, then I don't think that he should be banished from Twitch. I just think that he needs to apologize and promise not to do it again. So it is cheating the system a bit. The Foos is loose. How deep was the other guy? He had enough chips to fade. He was probably looking... I had 15, 14 big blinds. And he was probably looking at about 50 big blinds. So it wasn't going to be the end of the world for him if he called and doubled me up. But it would still would have taken a pretty big dent out of him too. And hey, GG Donk TV, of course you can get the patches. Let me go ahead and Michelle, can you send him the link to the Google Forms for the patches?
Yes.
Lucky Jeff says, been away for a couple weeks and haven't gotten to tell you. I got my welcome email and I read the book in one sitting. Great book and great insight into lots of different things that people think they know about you. Anyway, glad to be watching again. Lucky Jeff, thanks so much. Again, he's talking about the book, Poker Tilt. Brandon Cantu saying, you can't put that in the book. It's too good, says Brandon Cantu, 2-time WSOP and 1-time WPT winner. Thank you very much, Lucky Jeff, for actually giving it a read, for actually spending the time to read it. I know, it's a lot to ask, saying, okay, here's a book. Give it a read. I really appreciate that you actually spent the time to do it. I'm glad that you felt like you got something out of it. Yeah, Persian Duck 2013, putting it into the stove against a range of 7s plus, Ace Jack plus, King Queen is 40%. I would take Ace Jack out of the equation. I would also take 7s out of the equation. I'd say my range there is 8s plus, Ace Queen plus. And I think that you're going to find that King Queen is probably not getting the right odds to call. I think that he was looking at somewhere around 1.25 to 1. And I don't think that he's getting the right odds to call. I would also point out the whole idea of chip inflation starts, playing a role there. The idea that the chips that you're losing, the chips that you're risking aren't worth as much as the chips that you stand to win. There is that. I guess there's also the whole fear equity though too. The idea that you want to put out the message that if you make a raise and get 3-bet shoved against, you're not just going to make the folds. You want their range to be pretty tight, and the more folds you make to those 3-bet shoves, the wider their 3-bet range is going to be. So there is a little bit of metagaming, to consider. But even so, I think that the Ace Jack Plus and Pocket Eights, or Pocket Sevens Plus, is probably a little bit too wide of a range for me at that point in the tournament. And for most players too. Actually, I think a number of players at the table probably would be playing even tighter. I had Ron Stanley at to my left, and during the all the breaks, he was looking around and counting all the short stacks, and it seemed pretty obvious that his range was probably even full jacks there. ASD Waffle says, what's the adjustment from one table sit and goes to an 18-player one? It's a good question, ASD Waffle. The adjustment, they're going to play pretty similar, to tell you the truth. And I feel like not going to be too much of an adjustment, really. I guess with the 18-man sit and goes, when you're 5-handed in a 9-man sit and go, you're making shoves, and that ICM consideration starts really playing a part. Where when you're 10-handed in an 18-man sit and go, and you have 5 and 5 at each table, the ICM pressure isn't really there anymore. So that's really the main difference. Let's make the fold here with the Ace 4 of Hearts. And Seattle Pro, it's good to see you in the stream. Always a pleasure, man. And I hope that the withdrawal gets figured out. I gotta think that they're gonna be honoring their withdrawals. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. They have a good reputation in poker, and they're trying to move away from running hog wild and move towards the kind of business to business services that allowing third party sites to use their software for stuff. So I gotta imagine that you're gonna get your money, and if not, let me know, and I'll see if I can't go to bat for you. Okay, making the check. And making the fold. And yeah, Adam G, I'm going to have to agree with you. I think that Grips deserves the benefit of the doubt. He works hard, and he's a good player. He's not a good player. He's a great player. I really enjoy watching his stream. And the few times I've seen him just crush the viewership, it's when he's been crushing an online tournament. And that's how poker Twitch goes. Is you start you do really well in a tournament, and you're going to get views. I would like to hear a denial from him. That would make me feel a little bit better. But I feel like, at worst, he didn't feel like he was doing anything wrong when he did it. So, I don't think that it if it turns out that he was view botting, I don't think it takes anything away from his game. I don't think it really takes that much away from his stream. As long as he is not doing it constantly anymore, I'm willing to forgive and forget. And I agree with what Sensitive Tony said. It's a little, life's too short to really, worry too much about it.
It's all about good quality streaming.
And he has that.
Comments.
He has good quality streams.
And positive to the community,
And Sensitive Tony about the King Queen versus the Jacks. I mean, the big thing here was how close we were to the money bubble. I think that's why. I would be putting somebody on. If the situation was reversed, I'd be putting him on a much tighter range than normally. Okay, so Fessler makes the call. Fessler can have anything. And we kind of hit. So let's go ahead and fire out a half pot size bet. Making the fold with Jack 8 off. Sleeping Guy 1 says, at Dutch Boy, do you think it is easier to make money in MTTs or sit and goes? It's a good question, Sleeping Guy. I'm going to have to say it's easier to make money in... I'm going to have to say it's easier to make money in MTTs. I just feel like there's a lot more dead money in MTTs than there are in sit and goes. Sit and goes definitely have some advantages over MTTs, but I think that if you look at the ROI that an MTT reg and an S&G reg is able to extract from their games, it's a lot higher on the MTT side. I feel like sit and go pros have a much steadier upward graph. But MTT pros generally have a higher ROI and a higher hourly rate. So and I also think that it's just easier. You run into so much more dead money in MTTs than you do in sit and goes. You just like the sit and goes are kind of like the tournament equivalent of cash games, in that if you are a really bad sit and go player, you end up busting yourself pretty quickly. MTTs, you can really sustain, and the bad players can stay in action for quite a while. It's a good question, Sleeping Guy. I do think that if you're trying to, one of the nice thing about sit and goes is you have such a higher turnover rate and a much higher in the money rate, that it's not so top heavy. Like MTTs are so top heavy. It's so much like every single one is like a little lottery ticket. Every little MTT entry is a little lottery ticket, and you can go 20 tournaments in a row without cashing, and then you min cash, and then you finally get to a final table and you get 8th, and it's just so swingy. The variance in MTTs is so swingy. Sit and goes aren't that swingy. Sit and goes are, you play sit and goes, and it's going to be pretty rare for a winning sit and go player to have a down month if he's playing sit and goes all day every day for a month. It's going to be very rare. So it's going to be one of those things where the long term catches up to you in the sit and go arena much quicker than it would in the MTT arena. And the advantage of that is you can know what whether you have an edge or not, and what that edge is a lot quicker in sit and goes. Okay, so here we are up against Fessler, up against the champion, up against the guy who's just been given every player grief here. We end up getting a pair of 5s. Fessler is the kind of player who we can count on to bluff. So let's give him a chance to do that. 9 of clubs hits. And how about making that bluff with like a queen 8? He makes the bluff. Oh!
Dang.
He gets the...
You got lucky. You got it again.
I'm really kind of surprised that he wouldn't fire out a semi-bluff on the flop. Gave him an opportunity to do it on the flop. thought we were going to get it on the turn, and finally got him to fire out a pot-sized bet on the river when he had a third nut hand. Okay, making the fold. What's the favorite color? What is my favorite color? I don't think I have a favorite color, buddy. Green.
Green would probably be your.
Say green.
No, you don't really have one. Yeah, you're a little orange in your. My color on my screen is perfect. That's the color I am. But you're a bit orange.
It's okay.
Maybe red's not your color, dear.
Yeah, maybe. I'm okay with being a little orange. Rob Limke. I like that. He says, the book is screenplay worthy. Rob, if you felt like writing a screenplay, I'm sure we could work something out. We got Louis Helm subbing 11 months in a row. Louis, thank you very much, man, for supporting the stream. Really appreciate you being here. And I really appreciate you being part of the crew, man. Louis, you're one of my favorite people here in the stream. And I hope that we get a chance to hang out a little bit this summer if you're coming out for the series. You're coming out. I got to think you're coming out, right? I had such a very brief meeting and a really inopportune time this last summer. And next time you come through Vegas, please do hit me up. I want to grab a beer, talk about interesting things that don't have anything to do with poker. And looking forward to that day, my friend. Thanks for supporting the stream too, man. I really appreciate that. We're going and firing out 1100 here against Bobby BC McLaw, and Fessler makes the call. So I guess we're going to go and fire out a half pot size bet against Fessler. Gosh, I kind of want to see a flop with that. I'm going to make the fold, though. It's the right fold. And we got to be results-oriented and be like, oh, good thing we folded. Good thing we folded. Results-oriented thinking for the win. We got about another 20 minutes until break time.
You really want a break?
I want another coffee is what I want.
Is that my duty now? Not only am I the mod here
Yeah.
and the answer of questions, I'm also the coffee getter.
Get me some coffee. No, I'll go get some coffee.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the raise here with A7 suited, you guys.
We'll just shove here and then you can get.
No, we're not shoving.
I can get you it, but you know I make your.
We're not
coffee.
shoving. We got 50
If
bids.
I make your coffee, it's going to be with no sugar.
Yeah, I'll go get the coffee. I can go get my own coffee. And Fly 28, I'm not above begging for subs. I'm not above
Yeah, and
it.
speaking of begging for subs, guys, if you guys aren't following, make
That's
sure
pretty
you follow.
That's pretty bad. I guess that we fire out a half pot size bet anyway. If the flop scares you, it scares them too. Fessler, though, is not the kind of person to be afraid of anything.
No, he probably has 2 8s.
Yeah. B. Sarek 36 says, what's standard open on WSOP? So the standard open is going to taper down a little bit for us anyway. At the 250-500 level, I'm making it 1100. At the 300-600 level, I'm making it 1300. By the time we get to about the by the time we're making it 5 digits, yes, very nice hand there, Fessler. Very nice hand. You gotta love a guy who shows his 7 high.
Okay.
Yeah, VPIP all over the place. How embarrassing to get bluffed out of a hand. Oh, I'm so embarrassed. I quit poker forever.
You should retire.
He bluffed me and he showed everybody.
Do you want me to take over?
I'm so embarrassed. How embarrassing.
You have the last word. It's all right.
It's all right. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get some coffee.
So, yes, he's going to go get some coffee. And make sure you get me one. No, I have my tea. He's so embarrassed that he had to leave. He's so embarrassed. Can you guys hear me? So if you guys are watching the stream, you can follow, and following is very simple. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's totally free, and it helps the stream. All you have to do is click the heart button below me, and it will give you notifications to tell you when we're on, and you can enjoy in this lovely experience of poker. So follow the stream. It's below me on the PC, but it's above Dutch, I believe, if you're on mobile. And we have to send good vibes to the foot is loose, Dutch.
The foos is loose?
The foos is loose. Oh, foos.
Going to my first circuit event this weekend after 10 years playing small stakes. Send me some good vibes. You got it. The foos loose. Twitch Run Good is coming at you right there. Transferring it over. Hope that you take it down, man. That would be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool. I would like to see you get a ring and come back and say, hey, guess what, guys? Guess what? I won. It's always those are always fun messages to get. Wow, Fessler making the all-in shove. What do you do if your B's nuts with King Queen here? I call is what I do. What do you do with like 9-10 or Ace 9? I don't know.
Do 9, subscribe for 7 months. We appreciate your sub, dude. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
I mean, you know that if you have like Ace 9 here and you make the fold and Fessler shows like Queen 10 is like, ha, I got you. He calls, and that's going to do it for, no, I guess B's Nuts is, gosh, Fessler, man. He's like, oops. You gotta hate a bad loser. Bad losers is the worst, man. I'm going to go ahead and disable contact from that dude.
You said boom?
Yeah, he just 3-outed B's Nuts with 9-2. Took him out for a 74,000 pot. Now B's Nuts is sitting here swimming with about 23 bigs, and Fessler decides to pour a little salt in the wound.
Say boom and say
That's the worst, man. That's the worst. Is that what he's saying?
He's saying B's Nuts.
Well, I can't see what he's saying anymore because I just get annoyed by players like that.
Jay Ruffer, Dutch, subscribed for 8 months in a row.
Jay Ruffer, you're the best, man. You're the best. Thank you so much for subbing another month and keeping the stream going, keeping the lights on. You're the best.
And we have a new sub, Alma
FT12, I think is what it is. I think his name is Alma. I think it's Alma. I don't think it's Al Maft. It could be Al Maft. It could be Al. But I think it's Alma.
Welcome to the stream. We appreciate your sub and
like the Utah name, Alma. That's what I think it is.
Yeah, can you tell us how to enunciate your name, please, so we don't mistake it?
Yeah, let us know. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the crew. Not only are you going to get some really cool emotes, we've got some emotes. Let me go ahead and spell them out here real quick. We've got some cool emoticons that you're going to get, but you're also going to get some other cool stuff. What does he get? What is he going to get?
He gets a digital copy of your wonderful book that you took a year and a half and
ebook version of that, Poker Tilt.
That I edited and ripped out a lot of pages out of there.
And she cracked the whip to make it happen.
It was very wonderful. And
a couple of fist bump patches. I think maybe I should put on a fist bump patch. Making the fold here against B's Nuts.
So yes, please get your fist bump patches before they're all put to waste.
Before I use all of them.
Before he uses all of them on himself.
We got the Poker Show. He says, just logged on, salty Dutch tonight. I don't feel salty. I feel fine. Every once in a while I do get a little salty, the Poker Show, that's for sure. But tonight is not one of those nights. Tonight I'm actually in a good mood.
Salty. You're sugary.
Yeah, I feel sugary tonight. I feel good.
He feels sweet.
I feel good.
And he feels sweet and delicious, guys.
Hollywood guy saying we can barely hear you. Can you
I
make
know.
sure that you're plugged in?
Yeah, I'm plugged in.
Everything's fine. Let me go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to up your
Oh
volume.
God, here we go. And it says
Here
you
we
got
go.
a bad echoing now. See, I think yours is too loud and mine's too low. So yours is catching mine. Yes, and still, it's been a year now we've been on Twitch and we still have mic issues.
Well, that's what happens. We have it all set up, and then we mess with
unplug.
it to play some other game or something. I don't even remember why you unplugged.
Because I was talking to my niece on Arc.
Yeah, there you are. Okay, so actually, this one is yours.
So I hope it wasn't like this the whole time, because this is some good Twitch streaming, guys.
This one's me. Okay, I'm going to lower me a little bit, raise Michelle a little bit.
And if you guys, hopefully you can hear me. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Is that our test?
That's the test. So when you guys hear that we have adjusted our mics finally again.
Did Fessler just take out B's nuts with a stupid hand? Is that what just happened? No, pocket sevens versus ace queen. It's a pretty good hand. And now Fessler making a 3-bet against me. Okay, buddy. You got it. Kara J.E. says, I was curious if you had any comments on PokerStars starting up in New Jersey. Was wondering what your thoughts were on this spreading to the rest of the U.S. Kara J.E. I'm not sure how to say your name. I'm sure I'm butchering it. Hopefully one of those is right. My thoughts, I'm optimistic. I hope that PokerStars can lead the charge and reverse the damage to the poker industry that was done by Black Friday. I hope that we're all able to play again together in the Sunday Million, and we're able to play with all the with everybody from every state. I don't think it's going to happen, but that is my wish. We're getting closer with the PokerStars in New Jersey news this week. So they're back in New Jersey. I think they started Somerville streaming from New Jersey, promoting the game up there. Also, some interesting things happened at PokerStars. They raised their rake, and their CEO, David Bezov, was charged with insider trading. So they're having a busy week over there. Lots of cool things happening over at PokerStars. A Hollywood guy saying Exmois sounds way off.
Yeah, I always sound way off, guys. It's all good. Oh, that's how you say it. He said it. Almif. I don't know how to say that Dutch. How do you say that? Almuft.
Almath?
Almuft. I think it's. I don't know. We're just gonna call you Al.
Almost a foot.
Almost a foot. You think that's what it means? We don't know what it means. Oh wait, almost. It does. Almost a foot.
Almost a foot.
And a shark. That's cute. Aw, I like that. Now we're quiet. We need to talk Dutch because we have to see if the sound's right.
Sounds off. I know it's off.
Do you
I've
think
been
it's
projecting into the mic, which is already boosted up a little bit. I lowered my mic a little bit.
squeak? Avday is sugary and he's in the mood for some Kool-Aid because Kool-Aid is awesome. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wonder if there's an echo now. I wonder if your mic is too high. Well, we'll see.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Well, if it's echoey, it's going to be really bad to listen to. So I'm going to try my
But what are we going to do? We're going to shut the
I'm just
stream
gonna see
down
what
and
it is, dude.
restart it?
We've done this so many times, Dutch.
Because that's usually what happens when we have to like replug a mic
This is
in.
the most entertaining part of the stream.
It's not.
This is the.
It just irritates me. It gets me.
Tilt part.
It gets me all tilty, and I'm 34 big blinds in. I got other things to worry about, than whether I'm echoing or not.
Well, I'm gonna check.
Adam G talking about tapering and saying, maybe. Oh wow, come on, Prudence, what are you doing? What are you doing? 60 big blinds, making the shove for 60 big blinds. What if Greg wakes up with kings? It's too much, Prudence. It's too much. I know that you're getting frustrated, but that's way too much of a shove, man. Way too much of a shove. Dylan's dad making a... Yes, what was that? 5.5 big blinds ship. Okay, Dylan's dad. No idea what to do. Like, no idea. I'm going to make the fold. I feel like Dylan's dad shouldn't be doing that, super light. I think that he should have us beat. Because I don't think he's doing that with ace-jack or ace-10. But who knows? Hopefully Dylan's dad turns over the ace-king and we get to feel good about our fold pre-flop. The problem is... Okay, so he had the exact same hand. The problem is when we make the...
The sub, Dutch. Did you get that? I was listening to the stream.
Zatara,
Yeah,
22, just subbed right after we folded ace-queen. Gosh, I feel like... I don't know what to think about the ace-queen fold, guys. I mean, like, if you're going to call there, how low are you going to take it? Do you call with ace-jack? Do you 3-bet with ace-jack? Do you call with ace-10? Do you 3-bet ace-10? Ace-queen is not that different than ace-jack, especially in that situation where you got Dylan's dad making that big 3-bet. So I don't know what to do there. It's a tough one, and usually when I don't know what to do, I default to fold. But it feels too nitty. All three options there feel wrong. We have oh my gosh, I'm gonna sneeze. We have Zatara22 subscribing for the first time. Zatara, welcome to the crew. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for supporting the stream and the channel. And we have something cool for you. We have a digital download version of Poker Tilt that we're going to go ahead and send over your way. We also have a couple of fist bump patches that we're going to send you a link to a little Google Forms. You can pop your address in and get those. We're going to make the check to Fessler and Aang Sim, I think, and call 6,000 if we have to. I don't know against Aang Sim, though, if we're going to call. We're ahead. We take it down with a 10-6. What do they have? They must have had like a jack and a pocket pair or something. Who knows? 8-5 for Fessler. And King 4 suited for Aang Sim. So Aang actually had the flush draw. Fessler had nothing, hoping for a jack. And we got 13-11 Cherub, subbing 8 months in a row.
Awesome.
Really appreciate you being here and supporting the stream and supporting the channel. Thank you so much.
And Dutch, I sound fine. I just listened to it. I sound fine. I think that we're being trolled by our own stream. It's okay. My feelings aren't hurt.
Bonyfish says the mic is okay. Demand Wins says the mic is okay. A Hollywood guy says it's much better now. DJ Wood says it's fine. Hooligan says it's fine. Bonyfish says no echo. Cabbage Man says nothing wrong with the mic or the volume.
Good.
Mics are fine. Says cool Jack AI, so okay.
Whew.
We're fine.
Woos.
Confirmed.
We dodged that one, didn't we?
Ooh, I was gonna get crazy. I was getting so upset. You guys were gonna see a meltdown, a Twitch meltdown.
I think it's awesome. No, do you really melt? Does it really bother you that much? Just a little adjustment, Dutch. Just a little adjustment.
Yeah. It bothers me about as much as that green screen bothers me. I mean, it's like you should see it. It looks.
I know.
It looks
I can
bad.
see it. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna remind you about the weeks and weeks leading up to this screen. How I said my green screen was perfectly fine.
It's just this huge shadow on the right-hand side is what's going on. Well, you can adjust it somehow.
I've done adjusted, honey. It's like it's the shadow from the bookshelf. And we need more lighting.
Yeah.
We need more lights. That's why.
That's pretty much what we need. Hold on, guys.
No, don't. Don't. You're gonna mess up you're gonna mess up everything. Oh gosh, it's gonna get ruined. Oh gosh, the stream is ruined. It's gonna be canceled. We don't even know what's going on. Now it's too bright on my face. Gosh, you gotta change your face. Your face is orange.
Changed to nothing. It didn't help at all.
Yeah, but you look orange, dude.
Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to her little chroma key here. We're gonna say none. This is what it looks
Hold on,
like.
hold on.
Look at that big shadow. This is the problem. Is there's a huge shadow over there.
Do you want me to move that bookshelf tomorrow?
We're
move
gonna have
it.
to figure something out because this is not gonna work.
No, you're gonna move it. And I can move it. I'm gonna miss my stuff though.
Gotta figure something
We
out.
have to get fist bumps for our new subs, Dutch. You're being distracted. I'm sending out my email here.
And now she has like remnants in her hair.
Am I fuzzy?
It's just wrecked. It's
Well, you should
ruined.
just leave it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to adjust
Just
some
rip it and
lights or
start-
something.
Just burn it down, Dutch. Start again. Let's burn it.
Moose Abman says Ace Queen is the exact cutoff for calling.
Can you move
So
that light
fold
back
Ace
then?
Jack. No, yeah. I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, now I have to go back to I have to look at the chat now and see what we've got here. If I missed any of you guys' lovely comments. Charlie Hustle loves our bickering. So we're bickering just for you, Charlie.
Are we bickering?
No, we're not bickering. Are we bickering?
No.
So Zatare says, great stream, Dutch. Been freeloading on and off for a while. Want the stream to stay. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Satara. Really appreciate it. I really do. I'll tell you, if it weren't for the subs, we wouldn't be doing this. So thank you very much, and we will stick around. We will stick around. Let's go ahead and make the 1700 raise, guys. We'll expect to get called by Fessler. Maybe 3-bet from somebody? No. Nope. Probably called from Sly Poker Girl. Maybe called by Jay Weiner. And we
Nilesie's
get
in the stream.
Nilesy. It's great to see you, man. We get a good flop. Fire out a half pot size bet. The ace hits, and I guess we were gonna go ahead and check and induce a bluff by Fessler. Another ace hits. Let's go ahead and check, induce a bluff. Yeah. And Fessler doesn't bluff. Fessler doesn't bluff. Guys, we're going to be right back. 4 minutes and 54 seconds. What did he have? He had 7-5. We'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back.
And it's been a miracle. I fixed the screen myself.
It's a Twitch miracle.
I did it. So yes, guys, the blurriness is gone. Dutch is happy again, and now you're going to dominate this tournament.
That's right. That's right. We're looking good. We have almost 40 big blinds in front of us. Another 5 minutes, we're going to be down to 30. And we've got a super aggro player on our left whose VPIP is all over the place. He's got everybody pissed off. Dylan's dad making the 5x bet. Making the 5.5x raise, which I feel like is a little too heavy. Flatty 28. I do like that aspect of Scrabble. The whole idea of bluffing a word.
This is a word.
And Gizmod is an awesome word.
It's funny.
Yeah, if you can play a word with confidence, look them straight in the eye, and just convince them. Flapdo is an acceptable word, and you look at them and you believe it. The best is when you play that weird, obscure word that no one thinks is a real word, and they challenge, and it is in there.
The worst is when you just play 2-letter words.
But you didn't know it was in there.
Those are irritating. The QI, isn't that one?
Yeah, chi.
Yeah, the QI word, Dutch.
And
roll
za.
on me.
My favorite word.
Dutch has memorized
za.
the Scrabble.
You got to know
dictionary.
the 2-letter words. That's really important. I mean, if you... There's just not that many 2-letter combinations. You need to know which ones actually work and which ones don't. To a lesser extent, the 3-letter words. If you don't know all the 2-letter words cold, you need to spend a little bit of time before you play Scrabble and Words with Friends seriously. Although Words with Friends, yeah, like Flatty said, Words with Friends is so much kinder because it doesn't, it won't let you play a word that can get challenged. Dune 9. Dune 9, we fixed it for you, man. He says, I'm going to have to cancel my sub. That shadow to the right of Exmo is killing me.
I know.
Well, it's gone now. It's gone. We fixed it. So...
I know, it was bothering me, too. It was like I had a ghost. I had a ghost right beside me.
So
can June go back there then? June can probably live back there again. June, you can live
yeah,
back
she
there.
can live there now.
You can go back there. I know you like it. Go.
Fessler open limping. Gosh, I hate the way he's playing. I hate the way he's playing. He was up to the chip leader.
Wow.
He had like 90-something thousand when the next biggest stack was like 60. And now he's quickly looking at getting out of this tournament before you're even close to the bubble. Let's go ahead and make the check here. Little 10-5 suited on a Jack 10-6 board. What do we think of it? Not much. Not much. Jay Weiner thinking about it. I'm going to make the fold here against Fessler. I don't really think second pair weak kicker. I mean, against most players, it's an easy fold. Against Fessler, it's not an easy fold because he could have a lot of different hands. But I'm going to go ahead and wait for a little better of a spot. Little 10-8 suited action. If it's folded around... yeah, I'll go ahead and put a little raise up against Fessler. And he'll call. We'll fire out a C-bet. Who knows what he'll do? I could see him float with absolutely nothing. Prudence making the raise. Okay, you know what? I will get out of her way.
Of the stream.
Yeah, Prudence. She hangs out with us every once in a while. She's a solid player here on WSOP. She gets pretty deep.
Dutch, how many places are paid here? Let's open the lobby.
15.
15 places pay.
15.
So that's normal. 15.
And 15th is 142, same as 10th. 1,851 for first. We'll take it.
Do 9 is my hair's twitching now.
Well, it's just because there's little remnants of green in there.
Of my hair? I don't have green hair.
Well, no, like you can see the green screen through your hair. Is what's going on. That's nothing really she can do about that except wear it up.
I will cut my hair.
Jay Weiner making it 4X rays. I'm going to make the fold.
And Niles wants to know if you watched any of the AlphaGo matches.
I didn't. I didn't watch any of them. I was kind of paying attention to it. I mean, I'm not really much of a Go player myself. I do recognize that, from an AI level, it was pretty significant because people were always saying that Go was going to be one of those games that AI never caught up to a human player on. But I always had faith that was going to happen pretty, a lot sooner than people thought. Well, it's finally happened. We finally got to the point where the best Go player has been beaten by the best AI player at Go. If you guys have never tried Go, Go is kind of a weird game where it doesn't really have a defined board. You're basically kind of trying to capture the pieces of your opponents, and the board itself is supposed to kind of theoretically go on forever. So there's a lot of complexity to it, more complexity than chess, from what I gather. And but this is just how AI has always been. It's always been one of those things where they set the bar, and then some comp sci team jumps over it. They used to think that chess was never going to be able to be attacked from an AI standpoint. That the best chess player in the world was always going to be able to beat the best computer player, and then that stopped. Deep Blue pretty much tore down that barrier. Making the fold against Fessler, who knows what he's got? He could have whatever.
So Dutch, speaking
Ace
of
King.
AI,
Okay, nice hand.
Did you have good? Thank you, Fessler, for showing. Did you have a chance to read that AI Microsoft Twitter thing? Did you have a chance to read that article?
No, I didn't.
About Tay. Her name was Tay.
So this is pretty funny. The difference between Google and Microsoft.
So Microsoft
AI.
made an AI for Twitter. It's and the first story is how Twitter corrupted Microsoft's Tay, a crash course in the dangers of AI in the real world. So it's really funny. Apparently, I don't really know how Tay worked, but people would Twitter her. And I guess it would make her personality, I'm assuming, and she would Twitter back. But then she was really like an innocent, loving AI, and then she just turned into this corrupt being that was very hateful and like a porn, like a sex robot. It's actually really funny, her tweets. One of her tweets. Well, I'll link the story in the chat because it's pretty hilarious. So yes. The difference between Microsoft and Google. And they shut her down. I didn't even know she existed.
That is pretty funny. What was it? Tay? Was her name?
Tay.
So around the same time that Google beats the best Go player in the world with what was it, AlphaGo or DeepGo? AlphaGo, I think.
What? I did not read that article.
About the same time when Google is making their AI breakthroughs, Microsoft makes their own little AI breakthrough with Tay. You guys, definitely, if you haven't heard it, if this is the first time hearing about Tay, it's worth a Google search. Tay AI. It's pretty funny how quickly Microsoft's Twitter bot became
the headline
racist
from
and
Telegraph
sex crazed.
Telegraph headline was Microsoft deletes teen girl AI after it becomes a Hitler-loving sex robot within 24 hours.
Yeah, so it doesn't take long for her to.
And her tweets are funny. Oh
train.
My god,
she gets really behind
It is very
Trump,
not safe
right?
for work. Oh my gosh, it is very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll link the story. It's pretty hilarious.
Team Pitbull. I would be down. I would be down to shoot some machine guns and play some chess. I think that sounds like a good way to spend an afternoon. That's pretty cool too. That your buddies with Iwi. Him and I go way back.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Does Team Pitbull play Magic then?
Iwi's not a Magic player.
I'm thinking of some Ifro. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mixed up. I mixed the two.
Yeah, let's go for it. Get called by Fessler. Get 3-bet by Dylan's dad or BC Claw or Sly Poker Girl maybe. Still feels like, we got to start making some moves here. We're down to 24 big blinds. We're going to fade a big blind and small blind and be kind of out of moves here pretty soon if we don't start trying to kick up the aggression level. We've pretty much stayed between 20 and 30,000 this whole tournament since that triple up. Queen Jack 4, huh? Yeah, let's just go ahead and make the check. It's not the worst flop for us. We have that runner flush draw. We have the gut shot straight draw. But will we get there? Will we even get to see another card? I don't know. Queen Jack is pretty wet. Not the spot we're looking for. SD Bub saying, "Don't cut your hair. Don't cut your hair. A bald cap will work." That's what we'll do.
Justice for Tay. They lobotomized her. Here we go. Here's the link for Tay.
Justice for Tay is a hashtag.
Yeah.
That's great. It's a frustrating tournament for us. I would so much rather be in Dylan's dad or BCM Claw's position. It's frustrating for us because every single time we've raised, we've gotten called by Fessler. We've got this maniac on our left who is just going to see every single flop, and we would much rather be in like one of these spots here where we can 3-bet, kind of like Prudence is doing, take advantage of the open limp, put that squeeze in. Hasn't really been working for us. So 20 big blinds. We're going to make the fold here. I think that would probably even fold if everyone folded to us. I mean, we're never getting through Fessler. And Fessler's the kind of player who is not going to just, miss and fold.
Mm-hmm.
She started calling everybody daddy.
Yeah. I think it's pretty awesome.
Justice for Tay.
Hey, daddy.
That's pretty funny. It's very uncomfortable.
To be called daddy?
If you don't have a kid, if it's not a little girl who is your daughter calling you daddy, yeah, it's very weird. Jay Ruffer says, Dutch and I used to play chess. Sad face. It's true. Jay Ruffer would school me. I felt like I was getting better. I felt like I liked it. I'm gonna have to get back on the chess train.
Yeah, it's good. You can. Just one though. One chess game instead of like 12. You spend a lot of time on those, But I mean, if that's something that you enjoy.
I do enjoy playing chess. So, weird little bet there by Dylan's dad.
Hey, did you happen to read? Did you happen to see the?
Firing out a half pot size bet with a 5. Is that a?
Still playing poker, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what Dylan's dad was doing there. I mean, he had showdown value. Is he getting called with worse? I guess maybe he's thinking he's going to get called with, a pair of 3s, maybe pocket 4s or pocket 2s, maybe ace high, maybe Bobby over here, BC McClaw makes the hero call with ace high in Dylan's dad's head. Maybe it's not that bad of a bet. I feel like you're probably not going to get the ace high to bluff you. So, and Dylan's dad correctly, I don't know. I don't think it was that bad of a bluff, really. I think that it wasn't that bad of a value bet, really. I don't hate it. It's not a bluff. It's a value bet. And I think that you get called with worse. And I think that it's kind of one of those situations where if you check and you're behind, you're going to have to be paying off the bet anyway. You're not going to get a lot of weaker hands to fire out a bluff. Maybe king queen, but that's pretty much it. Maybe hands like 8-9 suited, but he was under the gun. I just don't think he has that kind of hand. Yuck. What do we do? I don't know. Fire out a half pot size bet and get blown off our hand when Fessler decides to bluff us. I guess that's what we're doing. It's lame. Yeah, I don't know what to do here, guys. No idea. King Jack versus Queen Jack. Nice hand.
Dang.
So
Bobby
maybe
Big Bias is here.
I don't know what to do there. I guess maybe we shove on the turn and we just get through. Now we're looking at 11 big blinds. Did you say Bobby Big Buy-In?
Mm-hmm. Bobby's
Bobby
here.
Big Buy-In. How you doing, Bobby? It's great to see
I was
you.
just thinking. I was going to ask you if you saw that face thing that Bobby was showing you or talking about. Did you get a chance to look at that?
What was it?
The where they can do the different faces, and make the face movements move, and it would look real. Like they have actors. They would have They would have like Donald Trump's face, and then have an actor motion the face movements, and then the Donald Trump face would actually have the face. It's pretty crazy software.
Have you actually seen it?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What's it called?
I was just thinking about it. That's really crazy that Bobby came in. It's part of the Illuminati. No. It is called Face to Face, the real-time face capture and reenactment of RGB videos. It's pretty crazy. Do you want me to link you the video or show you during?
Yeah, why don't you link the video? We'll take a look at it. I'm feeling very frustrated about that last hand, you guys, honestly. That Queen Jack suited hand, I'm thinking that, all I need to do is fire out on the turn, and we're going to go ahead and take it down. I'm a little upset that I didn't, and kind of frustrated. Now we're sitting here with 11 big blinds, and all of our moves are gone. We're just waiting for the hand to open shove. It's okay. I mean, we've definitely come back from this point in the tournament, but it's felt really frustrating having Fessler directly to our left. It's not what we want. We don't want a calling station on our left. We want him more on our right, so that we can, take advantage of those squeeze plays and 3-bet isolate. Instead, every single time we've opened, we've had to deal with Fessler in position, who's not willing to fold a hand. So it was just this tournament sucks and our position sucks. And it's very frustrating. It's not the kind of tournament that we like to play where we actually have to fit a flop. That's not what I like to have the game be. I like, putting them in a position where they have to fit or they fold. And, having Fessler to our left pretty much screws up that plan. And it's just frustrating. I mean, here's a guy who just sees every flop. Sees every flop. He's still here. I don't understand how he's still here.
Oh, there's a new chess movie.
Oh, is that right?
Bobby just linked it. I'm gonna butcher his name so you can say it. Magnus? Is that Magnus Carlsen? It's a new chess movie. Aw. Not really hearing it. Oh, it looks pretty cool.
Dylan's dad making
like
a min raise now. And we're in this stupid situation where we're going to get 6-1 to make the call plus implied odds. Let's go ahead and take the flop. Okay, we have a gut shot straight draw. Can we actually see a free turn card? Who knows? Dylan's dad making that min raise. Now we have the double gut shot straight draw.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, F-Link, I think that they should have let it run too.
I think so too. That'd be a really interesting experiment. I think a lot of people on Twitter just kind of trolled her, obviously, and kind of messed her up. I don't think she only had like 200,000 followers, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it was 20,000 followers actually. She didn't have very many followers. I think I remember thinking that, like, oh, that's not very many followers.
I mean, I guess they're worried that it's going to get worse.
Just like a teenager, just saying the wrong things. Somebody needed to tell Tay that it's going to be there forever. Tay. Oh, like poop.
Making the fold, the 4-2 suited. Looking for that open shove spot. It's getting close, guys.
Did you fold a 2, Dutch? Did you fold a 2?
No. I think we did.
No,
we did. We had 4-2.
No, you did not.
We should have called.
What? You just.
We should have shoved.
This is where the tournament went wrong.
This is the hand where the tournament went wrong. No, I can point to a lot of hands where we messed up.
Ugh. I'm gonna have to play Arc earlier than I thought. Darn.
Yeah. Making the fold here. It's a frustrating tournament, you guys. 29-31. Ace, Queen of Hearts. There it is. Making the shove. Feeling good about it.
Night,
have a good night, Jay Ruffer.
You have a good night. Is he coming? Are you coming down to Vegas during the summer? Do you know if he's coming down? We'll see if you come down. Didn't he just have a vacation? Wait, didn't he? Weren't you on a cruise?
Ugh. Come on, BC McClaw. So we get the chop here. I guess it's not the worst case scenario, but pretty optimistic, I guess, from Ace 7 suited there. Pocket jacks. We get to do it again. And Dylan's dad decides to isolate us. Hopefully he's looking at 8s and 9s and 10s and not the queens, kings, and aces. Hopefully he's looking at ace, king, and not queens. Okay, we can dodge. So far, so good. Dodge and weave. Back up to 23K. DJ Plays Poker says, hey guys, can you play WSP.com on the iPad? I believe so. I believe that they have an iPhone and iPad app, along with an Android app. So I'm pretty sure the answer is yes. Dylan's dad choosing the wrong spot to get it in with ace-9 versus the queens. He hits it anyway, no worries. I mean, here's a guy, Fessler, who has been open limping, and then he finally open raises. It definitely a difference between, open limping with 9-6 suited and open raising. So with ace-9 suited Dylan's dad, I don't blame you for seeing a flop, but I think that probably one of those situations where you shouldn't have raised him. You shouldn't have 3-bet. Little queen 6 action. I'm gonna make the fold here, guys. Team Pitbull 24/7. A player like Fessler is actually a lot easier to handle when you're playing live because you're actually able to pick up on those live tells. The more often you see hands from a player like that, the more you're able to correlate, gaze direction, blink frequency, breathing patterns, and timing patterns. So a player like Fessler doesn't really pose the same kind of challenge live as he does online, where he can hide behind a screen and you're just like, okay, well, he has any 2 cards. We are seeing some betting patterns from Fessler, though, right? We're seeing some betting patterns. A lot more likely to open raise when he's super strong. So we get moved, guys, and now we're sitting with 14 big blinds at our new table. Fessler is at another table. We get Poker Cat, we get Caster, we get a Poker Joker too. All 3 really strong players. A couple of people that we don't recognize, a couple of people that we do recognize. Have some notes on S-Cross. Have some notes on Laplam.
Pippin's here. Hey, Pippin.
Good to see you, Pippin.
And Malcolm122097 says, oh my gosh, Dutch is on. I didn't know you stream. So he's here visiting you for the first time. So welcome.
Malcolm 122097
says that you are one of his favorite players. He's either talking about you or me, but I think he's talking about you. But.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Your hold just went through. Yay.
That is when we use those penguin emotes.
Oh, looks like Poker Cat. And
everybody loves a chopped pot.
I wonder if that's Mike Tyson.
Your mom says hi?
Your mom says hi.
It probably is.
It could be. He does live here in Las Vegas.
Does he play poker?
I have no idea if he plays poker. I never asked. But, I mean, he could. Very well so. I mean, if I was living in Las Vegas, and I do, I would be playing recreationally. Little 10-4 off. I'll make the fold. Yeah, we're looking for the open shove
still.
Is Flessler still in?
14.5 big blinds. I think so. Yeah, he's in 4th place.
Oh, he is? Okay, I see it.
I hope he makes the final table. I hope we're there with him, and I hope he gets sat directly to our right.
Flester for president.
Elbow Smash says, if I visit Vegas for 4 days, can I play WSOP.com during that time, or do I need to be a resident? And if I can cash out in my home state of Washington. Elbow Smash, yes, you can play on WSOP.com when you're rolling through Vegas. Anywhere in Nevada, you don't have to be a resident of Nevada. And yes, you can cash out in Washington. You can also cash out directly from the cage, I believe. You can cash out into PayPal, or they will send you a check in Washington if that is where you want your mailing address to be. They make sure that you're here by using GPS on your phone or by using the Google geolocation with Wi-Fi. So it turns out that all those Google cars that have been driving past your homes, taking pictures of your door, they are also sniffing out your Wi-Fi network. And depending on like when you look to see to join a Wi-Fi network, you can get an idea of where you are based on what other Wi-Fi networks are in your range. So I think that's how they geolocate. They either use GPS on the phone or they use Wi-Fi on your computer. So that's how they make sure that you're in the state of Nevada. And, you don't have to be a resident to play on WSP.com. I hope that you do play here, and I hope that we play together, and I hope that we make some final tables, man. That'd be cool. Horsehead LOL asking, are you playing the 10K WSP event? I wouldn't miss it for the world. So, yes. Yes, I'm playing that. Gamble Good up against the wrong end of that hill. That makes sense. Laplum with the ace-10 versus the 10s also up against it, but no problem there.
You should probably put your schedule up this next week.
I still don't know what my full WSOP schedule is going to be. I do have an announcement, though, guys.
Oh, we have an announcement.
I do have an announcement. I can talk about it now.
Can you? But you should probably sign something or something.
We are on the official schedule.
But
I'm going to be hosting a new event, a new type of tournament poker event at Planet Hollywood during their Goliath schedule. And there's going to be 2 events. Both of them are very low rake. The first one on the 31st of May. The second one on the 20th of June. So I scheduled these to be right before the World Series of Poker starts and during the World Series of Poker during their Solstice event. The Solstice event is not a tournament I really want to play. It's going to be a 5-day event, 6-day event, long blind levels. You're going to be playing that 3 days without cashing, and then you're going to min cash for 3K, and it's going to be like, well, that was a long ass grind session. You're going to be missing a lot of the best tournaments of the summer, and I just don't. It's not something I want to play. So I put that. We are hosting something called Exposed No Limit Hold'em, and how it works basically is every hand is folded face up. So pre-flop, if I fold, I'd be folding my 7-2 offsuit face up. Everyone who would be folding pre-flop folds face up. The dealer takes the cards, and at the end of every street, turns them face down into the muck. So it changes the game quite a bit. At the showdown, you finally win a hand, you bet, someone folds or someone calls you. The hands are turned over face up. Every hand that's dealt out at some point or another is turned face up, and that's what we call exposed no limit hold'em. Exposed, it can work with anything. Exposed poker. So it can work with stud. It can work with badoogie. It can work with triple draw. I mean, it can work with everything. The idea is you fold face up. It should do a couple of things. It should give more information to the players who are paying attention. The biggest, and Laplum open limping, really just very tempted to just do that. 20,000, 6,200. I guess we'll just see the free flop. The biggest advantage that I like about it is that it makes it so that you don't have to have hole cards to to televise an event or to commentate on an event, like commentate on an event. And you can do it in real time. You don't need a delay anymore. That's my favorite thing about it. I'm going to be working with Planet Hollywood and hopefully working with Twitch to get those two events broadcast here on Twitch. And I really encourage you guys to come out and join the tournament if you're going to be around and you are not in another event. Again, on the 31st of May, it's going to be a $70 plus $5 entry fee. So I worked with Planet Hollywood to make sure that the entry fees for these events were really low. The other one is a $200 event with a $20 entry fee. So it's that also is pretty low compared to the other events.
We'll be posting more information about it on your Facebook page, and you'll be twittering out the information. We should probably put a panel down.
And I'll put up a website talking about the actual format itself over at pokerexposed.com. I'm really looking forward to it, though, guys, and I hope that if you are you're in town around those dates, that you get a chance to spin by and play it. It's going to be a fun event, and hopefully we'll also be able to get it on Twitch. And it could be something new that takes off. The idea of being able to have live commentary without hole cards and no delay, I think is pretty compelling. We got RT Kabuto, and we also have Carlos Jr. resubbing. You guys, thanks so much for being here and supporting the stream and being so cool. Really appreciate you guys being here.
Kabuto had his year today.
12 months since the beginning.
We really appreciate your sub. Thank you so much for your support. We wouldn't be here without you.
We do.
Same with you, Carlos Jr.
Yep, Carlos, great to have you here, man. It's always a pleasure to see you here in the stream. We're going to go ahead and...
Am I crooked here? Because I have to sit kind of crooked because of my camera. Do I look...
I'm really tempted to do that. 6,400.
Shoving here?
Let's do it.
Oh.
Let's make the shove. I think a lot of times we get through. Lapland might call us light. Oh, ace queen. That's pretty brutal.
That sucks.
Yeah, we're drawing dead now.
God.
Didn't really expect Lapland to be open limping with a hand as strong as ace queen. He trapped us good, and that's gonna be our tournament right there. Try to get through. Not gonna get ace queen to fold. In the cutoff there, right? Was he in the cutoff or hijack? I'm gonna have to write that down and remember. Yeah, I don't like the open limp there with ace-queen offsuit, obviously. It's not that strong of a hand where you want to be trapping. It's better just to go ahead and take the blinds and antes. But different strokes for different folks. There it is, guys. We're out. I guess, Pippin, you were right. It wasn't, meant to be.
Are you going to start up another one, Dad? Just still pretty early.
Nah, I'm done.
Are you done for the day?
Done for the day. We're going to be back tomorrow, though, guys, for another day of streaming. We'll be back on Saturday. We'll be back on Sunday. We're going to be streaming all weekend. And I hope that you join us.
We got to catch up to our 200 streams to this year.
Yeah.
And what are we at? 100? Or we're not at 100. We're at like 20-something? 25?
29.
24?
So that is it. 29. RT Kabuto says, doesn't that give card counters a tiny bit of an edge, though? Knowing that there's going to be dead cards? Absolutely. Absolutely it does. And that's kind of the idea, is it raises the skill level a little bit. Yeah, if aces and kings are folded in front of you, ace-king would be a fold, exactly like a fool. It's going to definitely change the game significantly. But my favorite part about it is, you get real-time correlation. You get to know how a player is playing. You get to see what they're doing. You get to correlate their behavior at the table and their bet sizing and the way that they bet with actual hand strength. And I think that it's going to be a cool event to play. Okay, guys, we're done. We're done for it. We're done for the night, and
if you
we'll
guys
be back tomorrow.
If you guys aren't following the stream,
make sure to click on that follow button.
And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe.
Yes, and if you're on YouTube, make sure to click on that subscribe button.
And if you're on YouTube,
like the video,
come to Twitch
and check out twitch.tv for the live poker action.
And then you can type and ask questions on chat. So everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep, see you guys later. Have a good night.